Okay, now we're going to fill in our shapes with color. So going back to layers, I want to make sure that skin is highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my backdrop so I get a more visual of what I'm working with and turn off my photograph. Go back to paths, make sure that it's highlighted, and there's a button here, it looks like a sphere, and that's the fill path tool. So going to the color picker, I will now select the color within my color scheme and go ahead and fill in the values in the CMYK areas. Click OK, and then I'll just go ahead and click on the sphere, and my path is now filled. Now you still see the outline of the path. And before I move on to my next path, the next shapes I want to create, I want to make sure that I remove myself from this path so when I draw with the pen tool to create a new path. So go ahead and click anywhere outside the layers, and that will deselect the path. So now you don't see the white line anymore. Okay? All right, so going back to layers, I'm going to do new layer again. And for this one, I'm going to do the eyes. So Warhol tended to keep the eyes white. Now and then he would change the colors. But overall, the eyes are pretty white. So I'm going to be zooming in pretty decently to get into here. And with the pen tool, I'll be drawing around the eyes. Again, when you're dealing with the black outline, it's not so hard to make the shape. It's when there isn't a black outline that's a little more difficult. So here she has a lot of black around her eyes, so I can just make a general shape. All right, so in this case I have two separate shapes. You see when the little circles came up, I was able to close them off. Make sure that you close your path so you end up with two separate shapes. Now I can go to paths and I can see the new work path, those two little eyes pop up, and you just want to make sure that you rename that eyes. Okay, and for this case I want to change my color to white, which I have white here. So if you just press this little arrow, it'll switch the colors, the main colors here for you. And I'll do that way. Go to fill path, and now I've filled it with white. I'll deselect my path, and I'll go ahead and check out how my artwork's looking so far. Not bad.